As part of the dash repair, I'm having to look at how the wiper motor is mounted inside the dashboard. So I've been looking at how to mount the 14W with the bungee tube. What I've done is I've converted the car from twin mini wipers to a single central wiper. You can see there the end of the bungee tube is just there inside the dashboard. I've just got to work out how to securely mount the 14W motor using some of those rubber clamps, so by making a bracket, and then I've got to modify the wiper motor to take into account I'm only going to be running a single wiper in the centre. I've pulled the motor back out from behind the dash just so I can look at the crank gear which is in the 14W. So if you take off these 4 screws and pull the main plate off, it exposes the main crank gear, which this is from a Mini originally, and I think you can just about see that's a 110 degree. And because I'm going to a single wiper on the Marcos, I need to make the sweep wider. So what I've picked up is a 140 degree brand new crank, which is from a late model Land Rover Defender 2002 to 2016. Just swap that over and then that will give you a wider sweep. But the other thing you have to be careful of, if you're using the standard mini style spindle, which is what the wiper arm attaches to, they come in different teeth formats. So this one is 32 teeth, which I know is a mini one. They did come in 40 teeth as well, and if you're looking at wiper sweep on the windscreen, you need to consider that you need to get the smaller one, which is 32 teeth, combined with a wider angle. I'd have preferred to have got a 150 or 160, but they're really hard to get. I think TVR maybe, but they don't come up. When you've pulled the crank gear apart, there's a little C-clip which is on the back here. You take those out, there it is there, and you can extract the whole crank in one piece and you can swap it over. What you need to look out for is that I know that this motor is out of a Mini, which the wipers park on the left hand side for UK models, and the parking is dictated by this plastic cam here. As you can see, it's in the right place on the new one. But if you're using a model which is parking on the right hand side and you need to swap it over, you pop this cam out and you move it over to the other side, so it's 180 degrees out. The other thing you need to be aware of is that if you've got electrical problems when you switch off the wiper switch in the car and it doesn't park, it's usually because of this little doodad here. You can see there's a little plastic clip which is part of the plastic multi-plug controller on the back, which usually fail. Also be aware that the crank gear main shaft runs in a couple of bushes. Just check that those are okay, there's not too much slop. Knock those out and replace them if needed.